my last GTA 5 video, I ranked every single district in Los Santos. By only focusing on Los Santos, however, I inadvertently overlooked every other town on the map. And that's why in today's video, we're ranking every single town found in San Andreas. And totally not because that video is going absolutely nuclear. If you guys enjoyed and want to see more content like this, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Join the Discord, the link's in the description. And without further ado, let's start in last place. Coming in last place, it's the Altruist Camp. The Altruist Camp is basically a tiny walled off village in the Chiliad Mountains, filled with people belonging to the Altruist cult. The Altruist cult is quite mysterious, and we don't know much apart from the fact that they hate technology and also don't wear clothes for some reason.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
They're also fully comprised of old white dudes. If you enter the camp, they will be hostile towards you unless you're Trevor. In another life, Trevor was definitely an altruist.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
The village itself contains a few log cabin houses that seem to have been built from scratch by the cult. Apart from that, it is quite an uninteresting place, especially because you can't go there and mind your own business. Realistically, the best part of the Altruist Camp is going there to end everyone inside, because apart from doing that, you're never gonna come here. For good reason too, it sucks. And that's why it comes in last place. Just beating last place, we have the Dignity Village. The Dignity Village is a tent city, established by a homeless population located southeast of Paleto Bay. Dignity Village is also technically the smallest settlement in the game. Even though it's named Dignity Village, the reality is far from the truth. The village is actually just a tiny encampment with a few small tents pitched around. The camp does also feature a few buildings and is home to people who reject mainstream society, anarchists, crooks, and extreme libertarians. There is absolutely nothing to do in this area apart from taking in all of the amazing sights. Realistically though, Dignity Village is kind of interesting because it's hidden and therefore it's lesser known by the player base. Once you eventually do stumble on it though, you'll realize that you are not missing out on anything at all, and you're not going to spend more than a couple minutes here. That's why it comes in so low in our list. Breaking into our top 10, it's Stab City. Stab City actually used to be a motel in a small trailer park formerly called Sunset Shores. That is before the Lost MC gang took over and turned into their headquarters. It's located just west of Sandy Shores, across the bridge on the Alamo Sea. The only business in Stab City is an auto repair garage located on the north end. Honestly, there's not much to say about Stab City. It's basically a gang-filled trailer park. It's run down, looks horrible, and not a pleasant place to be in. But at least they're not naked or living in tents, and that's why Stab City comes in 10th place. Coming in 9th place, it's Galilee. Galilee is a tiny settlement just north of the Alamo Sea, resting at the foot of Mount Chiliad. I honestly like how low-key Galilee is. It appears in a few missions and online, and every time I come here, I just enjoy it for some reason. It's a chill spot that I think most people barely regard, let alone know that it's technically a unique town. Galilee features 2 businesses, a boat shop and a fishery, as well as a large storage shed and 4 small houses. It also features 2 docks, as well as some boats. I'm also including this area just west of Galilee, which features a few homes as well as another dock. Overall, Galilee is a bit small and definitely isolated, but it's quite a charming little area that is extremely overlooked by the average player in my opinion, and that's why it comes in at number 9. We head east from our last location to our next, Grapeseed. Grapeseed is a small rural town northeast of the Alamo Sea in Blaine County. Grapeseed is an agricultural settlement that dedicates most of its land to farms. Apart from the farming though, it does contain Mackenzie Field, which is a small airstrip and hangar that can be purchased in GTA Online and Story Mode. On the west end of Grapeseed, you can find Main Street, which contains many businesses like a gas station, some liquor shops, a clothing store, as well as a property that you can buy. Grapeseed also contains large underground illegal businesses that sell bad white powder and green plants. A lot of the towns that we've ranked lower on our list are kind of irrelevant to the average GTA Online player. However, it makes sense because these places that we talked about are extremely small. Grapeseed, however, is honestly pretty big, and it's next to other much more relevant towns, making it look quite bad in comparison. Realistically, the only time you're gonna go here outside outside emissions is if you own the hangar, which again, not many people own. Overall, it just feels extremely irrelevant because it has nothing going for it like the towns higher up have, and it also doesn't have the charm that some of the places lower on the list have. So that's why it comes in where it does. Following that, our next location is Tongva Hills. Tongva Hills is an underdeveloped area bordered by Lago Zancudo and the Banham Canyon. Tongva Hills is a rural area consisting mostly of a few vineyards and is technically separate from Los Santos. Here you can find Devin Weston's mansion, as well as a few more mansions, and the Marlowe Vineyards. You can also find the Everhard Munitions airstrip in GTA Online here as well. Due to the fact that it is an underdeveloped area, there isn't the most amount of things to do here. However, it is quite a beautiful spot. It's right on the mountains, far away enough from the city that it isn't a bother, filled with beautiful greenery and great views of the ocean. The area feels extremely European-like, which is unlike any other area on the map, and in my opinion, pretty cool. Tongva Hills is mainly known for its aesthetics, but they're good enough to justify putting them in 7th place. Up next, we have Cape Catfish. Cape Catfish is located just north of Humane Labs in Blaine County, on the coast of the Pacific Ocean. The hamlet consists of a few medium-sized houses scattered around, as well as a boathouse on the southern side, filled with fishing equipment and a canoe. There is also a dock on the eastern side where the locals can go to fish. Just north, you can find Ursula's house. Ursula is a minor character that you may meet in a random event mission with Trevor or Franklin. It's clear that she's a little bit crazy. Even Trevor seems unsettled by her, but after you complete the side mission of dropping her off at her house, she will give you her phone number. Just in front of her house, on a small island, rests the El Gordo Lighthouse, a very iconic location in GTA 5. I'm honestly quite a fan of these extremely remote tiny settlements, and I just can't help but find Cape Catfish to be extremely charming. It's not a place that you go to often since it's so out of the way, but every time I come here I enjoy it quite a bit. That's why it comes in so high on our list. Just placing inside our top 5, it's Harmony. Harmony is a small town in Blaine County located south of Sandy Shores. Harmony is divided into 2 sections, west and east. On the west end, you'll find more residential areas. It contains a large trailer park as well as a discounted clothing store. The east side is more focused on business. This is where you'll find most of the stores in Harmony, including a Los Santos Customs, a Fleeca Bank, a few convenience stores, and more businesses that you can't enter. You can also find the Yellow Jack Inn here too. It's a bar with a full interior where you can play darts inside of. It's a cool low-key hangout spot that I don't think a majority of players have ever really explored. Harmony as a town is mostly viewed as a pit stop while traveling to bigger cities in San Andreas. That is the reason why I think a lot of people overlook Harmony, but I want to change that, and I think it has a lot more to offer than what most people think. For example, most of the businesses in Harmony have interiors that you can enter, and I think that's a cool feature, especially in comparison to the city where you can't do that, and that's why it comes in as high as it does. Coming in 4th place, it's Chumash. Chumash is a small, primarily upper-class coastal town located northwest of Los Santos. It technically consists of 3 roads. The first road is the Great Ocean Highway that runs through Chumash. On this road, you can find a Fleeca Bank, some convenience stores, a few other businesses, as well as some high-end housing. The other 2 roads are separate C-shaped neighborhoods, the lower one being an Asino Road, featuring another convenience store, a beauty salon, as well as a few other businesses, while the rest of the area is filled with residential housing. The upper one is Barbarino Road, featuring another convenience store, as well as a Chumash Pier, with the rest being residential housing. It also features the Chumash Plaza, which contains an ammunition, another bank, a tattoo parlor, a suburban store, as well as a few other businesses. Chumash is actually the area on the map that contains the most convenience stores, which I found really interesting. I did not know that. Being on the coast, Chumash is mainly known for its surfing. Even the city's motto is "Where the surf sounds loudly." Overall, Chumash is an extremely nice place. I love driving through it, and it does have surprisingly quite a lot of things to do, especially for an area that's quite small, and that's why it comes in so high in our list. Entering our top 3, it's Sandy Shores. Sandy Shores is a small desert town just south of Alamo Sea. Sandy Shores used to be a scenic vacation resort, but since has become quite poverty-stricken and extremely desolate. The town is filled with trailer parks, illegal white powder labs, gangs, and worst of all, rednecks. Sandy Shores is quite a large area and therefore has a lot to see and do. Some POIs include multiple convenience stores, Ace Liquor, Trevor's lab above Ace Liquor, an ammunition, an auto repair shop, as well as the abandoned marina and motel, on top of 3 purchasable properties. A small Easter egg for my Red Dead Redemption lovers. Sandy Shores has 2 streets featuring names from that franchise, being Cholla Springs Avenue, see I said it correctly this time, and Armadillo Avenue. Sandy Shores is also home to a lot of notable characters, such as Trevor, Wade, Ron, and many more minor characters. Sandy Shores may not be the most upscale or well-kept town in the game. However, I think it has just enough to make it feel like an actual real place, unlike most of the other tiny settlements that rank lower on our list. It is full of addicts and rednecks and gang violence, but honestly, I love it, and that's why it comes in our top 3. Finishing in 2nd place, it's Paleto Bay. Paleto Bay is the northernmost town in San Andreas, located at the northwestern foot of Mount Chiliad. Paleto Bay was founded in 1898, but it only started to see its rise over 20 years later, when the Cluckenbell factory farm came to town. Since then, Paleto Bay has transformed into quite a modern town, especially in comparison to its counterparts like Sandy Shores or Grapeseed. Paleto Bay is home to many businesses like an ammunition, Beaker's Garage, a bank, a discount store, a tattoo parlor, a couple nightclubs, and many other inaccessible businesses. You can purchase the Henhouse Club in story mode, as well as 3 houses in online. I personally love how far away Paleto Bay is from everything else. I remember one of the first things I did when I started playing online many years ago was buying a house in Paleto Bay just so I could be away from most other players. Aesthetically, I really like what Paleto Bay has to offer. It definitely gives off a small town feel, which I find comforting. At the same time, it seems realistic enough to where I can actually imagine people living there. You can also find Paleto Forest, a large carnivorous forest that's located just southeast of Paleto Bay. Here, you can find a few small businesses located inside the forest, which really helps Paleto Bay give off a sort of Twin Peaks vibe, which I absolutely love. And for all these reasons, that's why it comes in at number 2. And of course, coming in 1st place, it's Los Santos. Los Santos is by far the biggest city in San Andreas. It is in fact so big and diverse that it would be impossible for me to do it any justice in this video without it being much longer. Luckily, I've already made a video where I break down and rank every single district in Los Santos in order from worst to best. So if that seems like something you might be interested in, feel free to check it out. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps. Let me know what you guys think of my list, and let me hear your guys' list in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.